Hi friends, this channel is about interesting facts and events. Picture this, twilight in old world Europe, narrow cobblestone streets. From the shadows, you aren't just being watched, you're being observed by a sage trapped in a dog's body. Those stern eyebrows, that thick beard, and an uncanny sense that he knows exactly who you are and why you're here. Germany has produced many masterpieces, but the Schnauzer might be their most ironic project yet. These are dogs that think before they act. Many people fall for their teddy bear looks or the promise that they don't shed. No, behind that neat little beard hides either a cheeky rebel, a calculating philosopher, or a dark force ready to tear the world apart to protect their human. Today, we're not diving into dusty history books. Instead, we're exploring why the Schnauzer is the most honest dog in the world. Even though they'll try to outsmart you every single day. Mini, standard, and giant. 3 sizes, 3 personalities, and one massive love story with a wet beard and absolute loyalty. Let's find out which one belongs in your home, and which one you might not be ready for. The ultimate myth, just a 1 to 2 scale. Let's shatter the biggest illusion right now. Many people think Schnauzers are like sizes in a clothing store, small, medium, and large. They think, if I go small, it'll be easier. If I go big, it'll look more impressive. But the essence remains the same. That couldn't be further from the truth. If you get a miniature Schnauzer expecting a lapdog, you're going to end up with 15 pounds of pure grit and fury that will drag you through the woods every single day. If you choose a standard Schnauzer thinking it's the happy medium, you'll soon realize you've invited a high-stakes intellectual rival into your home, one who will test your boundaries 24/7. And if you go for a giant, well, get ready for a shadow to move in. A massive, black, and incredibly fast shadow. It's not about the size, it's about the price of a mistake. A training slip-up with a mini is a comedy. A mistake with a standard is a problem. But a mistake with a giant, that is a total catastrophe. Let's start with the smallest, yet arguably the boldest member of the family, the miniature Schnauzer. He holds the title of the smallest working breed in the world. Just look at him. A compact athlete standing only 12 to 14 inches tall and weighing between 10 to 20 pounds. He sports 4 official uniforms, the classic salt and pepper, solid black, the elegant black and silver, or the rare white. But don't let those toy-sized stats and that charming beard fool you. Listen closely. This is not a Pomeranian. This is not a Yorkie. This is a serious working dog that, by some twist of irony, was packed into a tiny frame. What's his essence? Concentrated confidence? In his own mind, a mini Schnauzer is at least a Rottweiler. He won't hesitate for a second to stand his ground against a giant shepherd dog if he thinks they're being disrespectful. The biggest pro. He's always game. Planning a hike? He's already putting on his imaginary backpack. Going to the store? He's already guarding the door. He's the perfect partner for an active city dweller who wants a loyal companion, not a couch potato. The biggest con, the barking. Without proper training, he turns into a living ultrasonic siren. He's a permanent sentry. He genuinely believes the world is full of threats, and he's the only one who can save you from the delivery guy or the neighbor behind the wall. A mini is the perfect choice for those who crave the drive and loyalty of a Doberman but live in a studio apartment. But I'm warning you, if you treat him like a living toy and spoil him, he'll turn into a household tyrant in a heartbeat. He'll quickly realize that your lap is his throne, and you are merely his staff. Now let's talk about the root and the foundation of the entire lineage, the standard Schnauzer. In his homeland, he's known as the Mittelschnauzer. He is the breed's golden ratio, standing 18 to 20 inches tall and weighing between 30 to 45 pounds. It's the perfect balance, large enough to command respect, yet compact enough for city living. He comes in only two styles, a deep, solid black, or the iconic, legendary salt and pepper, the ultimate Schnauzer trademark. This is perhaps the most challenging dog for a beginner. Why? Because the standard is simply too smart for his own good. Do you know the fundamental difference between a German Shepherd and a standard Schnauzer? A Shepherd waits for a command to obey it. A Schnauzer waits for a command to analyze it. "Come!" you shout. The Schnauzer stops, gives you that piercing look, and starts his internal calculator. Okay, the human is calling. Why? Does he have a treat? No. Is that squirrel in the bushes interesting? Absolutely. I think I'll head back in a few minutes, once I've finished this very important business. He is a philosopher, a skeptic. To make a standard listen, you have to be more interesting than the rest of the world. Blind dominance or drill sergeant tactics won't work here. You have to learn to negotiate. You have to prove your worth as a leader every single day. But if you put in the work and earn his respect, you'll get a partner who understands you with a single glance or a subtle gesture. The standard is a dog for those who value personality and character over mechanical obedience. Finally, we reach the powerhouse, the giant Schnauzer. If a Doberman is a rapier, the giant is a massive greatsword, yet one that is frighteningly fast and precise. This is a whole different weight class, standing up to 27.5 inches tall and weighing between 75 to 110 pounds of pure muscle, hidden under a wire-haired suit of armor. In most cases, he is a jet black titan, though you'll occasionally see them in salt and pepper, looking like they're wearing steel chainmail. This is a one-person dog. A giant doesn't just love you, he's obsessed with you. He is your permanent black shadow. His style of protection isn't about barking, it's about action. A giant Schnauzer works in silence. He simply places himself between you and the threat. And trust me, in that moment, his eyes change. He transforms from a cozy house bear into a ruthless, high-performance machine. The biggest challenge with a giant is his energy. If you don't give him a job, he will dismantle your home. He'll eat your sofa, not because he's bad, but because his brain craves fuel. A giant needs to run, to track, to work. This is a dog for strong-willed people, for those ready to spend every single weekend on the training field. Owning a giant is a massive responsibility, multiplied by 100 pounds of muscle and beard. Friends, the video features illustrations created by the author. Our portfolio includes all dog breeds. If you'd like to explore them or purchase for personal or commercial use, follow the links in the channel description. And now, let's continue. The reality check. Pitfalls and maintenance. The coat. Yes, Schnauzers are non-shedding. You won't find tumbleweeds of fur rolling across your floor. But there's a catch. Instead of cleaning your house, you'll be spending that time on the endless fine-tuning of the dog itself. A Schnauzer must be hand-stripped. This means pulling out dead hair by hand or with a special stripping knife. If you decide to just shave them with clippers, within a couple of years, you'll ruin that wiry coat. It will become soft like cotton candy. It'll soak up water, develop a doggy smell, and collect every burr and bramble in the neighborhood. And the beard? That's a whole other story. After every meal and every drink of water, you'll be on beard duty. If you don't wipe it, it turns into a biohazard, a storage unit for leftovers and bacteria. A Schnauzer is a dog for those who enjoy the grooming process. If you're aesthetically lazy, this is not the breed for you. Then there's health. They are hardy, perhaps tougher than most, but they have their weak spots, tumors on the toes, digits, and for the minis, eye issues and bladder stones. But their biggest Achilles heel is their metabolism. Schnauzers are prone to allergies, and most notably, pancreatitis. Any table scraps or forbidden snacks are a direct hit to their pancreas. You have to monitor their diet as strictly as you'd choose high-octane fuel for a luxury sports car. But if you pay attention, your Schnauzer will reward you with longevity. They typically live 12 to 15 years, remaining playful puppies at heart until the very end. Schnauzers in action, 3 life scenarios. To help you truly understand who is who, let's move from descriptions to real-life situations. Scenario 1. A guest arrives at your house. The miniature Schnauzer will turn this into a full-blown show. He is the doorbell who notifies the entire neighborhood that the perimeter is secure. He'll be spinning at their feet, demanding attention, and will be the first to check the guest's pockets. To him, a guest is either a new audience member or a potential intruder who must be neutralized immediately, either with his charm or a cheeky bark. The standard Schnauzer won't make a fuss. He'll sit in the corner and observe. He is the customs officer. If the guest is too loud or tries to get too close to you, the standard will simply step between you. No growling, just a look that says, "I see everything. Maintain your distance." The giant Schnauzer. You probably won't even notice him at first. He'll be a shadow behind your back. You'll feel his presence physically, like a heavy gaze on the back of your neck. He only activates in a split second, if the guest shows aggression. And trust me, that would be the guest's final mistake in your home. Scenario 2. You're sick and lying on the sofa. A Schnauzer won't just lie there like a stuffed animal. The mini will bring you all of his toys, convinced that a squeaky ball is the ultimate cure for the flu. The standard will come over, rest his head on the edge of the sofa, and look at you with deep empathy, sharing your melancholy. The giant will simply lie at your feet and guard your sleep as if the fate of the world depends on it. Scenario 3. A walk in the park with kids running around. This is where their iron discipline shines. A Schnauzer has an incredibly high threshold for patience. He'll allow a child to do a lot, but he will never be anyone's pushover. While the mini might simply dodge pesky hands, the giant or the standard will set a firm boundary. One cold, piercing stare, and even the rowdiest kid will realize that you don't mess with this bearded gentleman. It's not aggression. It's a sense of dignity that is simply in a Schnauzer's blood. The owner's psychology. What exactly is a Schnauzer person? It's someone who isn't looking for the easy way out. If you want a dog that hangs on your every word and lives only to please you, get a Labrador. If you want a dog that serves as a living ornament, buy an Afghan hound. A Schnauzer is chosen by someone who finds a perfectly obedient dog a bit boring. It's for those who want a friend who can tease them, who can get offended, and who definitely has an opinion on today's weather or your choice of walking route. A Schnauzer owner must have a sense of humor. Honestly, without it, you won't survive this dog. You'll find yourself laughing at their cunning tricks and standing in awe of how fiercely they protect your family. There's a saying, once a Schnauzer, always a Schnauzer. Those who have felt that steady gaze from beneath those bushy eyebrows rarely ever go back to other breeds. Why? Because in a world full of hypocrisy and pretense, a Schnauzer is the embodiment of honesty. Yes, he might try to outsmart you for a piece of sausage. Yes, he might pretend to be deaf when he's not ready to go home. But when times get truly tough, when you're hurting, when the world around you is crumbling, a Schnauzer won't just walk up to you. He'll press his wiry, coarse coat against your leg. He'll rest his wet beard on your knee. And you'll look into those human-like eyes and realize he knows everything. He won't try to comfort you with cheap tricks. He'll simply be there, your black shadow, your bearded philosopher, your loyal knight in wire-haired armor. A Schnauzer is a piece of your soul that you just haven't met yet. Mini, standard, or giant, which of the three is looking back at you from your dreams right now? Or perhaps you don't need to dream, and a prickly beard is already resting on your lap. Tell me about the ones who have left a mark on your soul that time can never erase. Which of them is your destiny? I read every single one of your comments because behind them aren't just breeds, but stories of real, honest love.